Hey there friends, welcome back to another episode on Code Master Quest. Today we have a fascinating problem waiting for us, which is all about determining whether a binary tree is a balanced binary tree or not. So let's get started and find the problem statement on LeetCode. Balanced binary tree. Given a binary tree, determine if it's height balanced or not. So if you look at the definition, a height balanced binary tree is a binary tree in which the depths of the two subtree of every node never differ by more than one. So if you look at the example number 1, we should return true because for each and every node in this tree, the depth of the subtree is never differ more than 1. But here for node 1, the difference is more than 1, so we should return false. Now let's come back to the Visual Studio Code and try to solve this problem. Now, as the first job, let's bring the function signature. Let's switch the browser, copy everything, come back to the Visual Studio Code and paste it just right here. Okay, since we are using the tree node definition, let's uncomment this part and prepare everything. Now to solve this problem, I want to define a helper function to calculate the height of the tree. So let's say func check height for root tree node optional and return integer because we are calculating the height, right? And maybe we can make it private here as well. Now let's check the edge cases. Let's say if root is nil, then return 0 for the nil. Otherwise, let's calculate the height of the left subtree and right subtree. So let's say left height is going to be check height for root dot left, and right height is going to be check height for root dot right, and at the end return maximum between left height and right height plus 1. But we can add one more statement here. We can say if the absolute value between left height and right height is more than 1, we can return -1, which means this is not a balanced binary tree. So let's say if absolute between left height minus right height is greater than 1, return -1, which means this is not a balanced binary tree. And since we are returning -1 here, we can add this statement for the left height and right height as well. If left height is equal to -1, this means this is not a balanced binary tree, and we can return from this function. And same thing for the right height. If right height is equal to -1, return -1. And to calculate whether a tree is a balanced binary tree or not, we can say return check height for root, and this value should not be -1, right? And to make sure there is no syntax error, let's bring the terminal and run my Swift file. Okay, there is no syntax error. Now let's copy our implementation, come to the browser and paste it just right here, and make a submission to LeetCode. There we go. Here's the solution for this question. Thank you, everyone.